here at the Acton Fire Station. Actually, to be precise, we are at the North Acton Fire Station, which is almost complete. And I'm with Chief Hart. Chief, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
Chief is going to give us a tour of the Acton Fire Station, of the new one. So what can you tell us about this particular fire station and what is inside here?
Sure. Well, I'm Chief Robert Hart, so thanks for having me. We're at 68 Harris Street, the site of the new North Acton Fire Station. So we call that station number 4. It's our 4th fire station and our first to be built in over 40, or more than that, over like 60 years. So it's been a long time since we've had a new fire station built here in town. So this is a state-of-the-art facility geared toward the future. So we're looking to have 6 personnel working out of this at some point in the future. We don't have 6 people working out of this station today, but we have built it with that in mind. So we're expansion for the future, this being an over 50-year type building. So some great features in here is our floor drain system and our epoxy floor, which is slip resistant, help keeping our firefighters safe. The floor drains go into an environmentally safe tight tank, which will get pumped out when it's full. There's 3 apparatus bay doors facing Harris Street, which are of the bifold type, which is a little different than a historically traditional overhead door. So these open in a bifold fashion and fairly rapidly, and it gives the driver a clear line of sight from floor to ceiling so he doesn't drive into the door if it gets stuck. So there's some pretty fancy bifold doors. They tell us that the maintenance is less and they're just a safer, more energy efficient type door.
You just said they're energy efficient. How is this powered, this station?
So that's a great point. This is 100% electric station, so through the grid, the electric grid from power from the road, and augmented with a solar array on the roof. So the solar array isn't large enough to power the entire building, but it does offset the use of the grid. Further, it's 100% geothermal for heating and cooling. So there's 12 geothermal heat exchange shafts in the driveway out beside the building, which helps with the energy transfer for heat and cooling with this station. So let's go upstairs.
What's this space?
So this is what we call the mezzanine, which is generally storage for us. Currently now we're storing what they call attic items from the build. So extra paint, extra ceiling tiles, bits and pieces of flooring, stuff that we may damage and need to repair is stored up here. There's a davit crane here which can load or lift up to 2,000 pounds of gear or equipment to be stored up here. We've incorporated some training elements into the space up here with this manhole cover to allow us to utilize training for entering manholes like in the street. We also have a window here that we can throw a ladder to and train on escaping and pulling victims out of buildings through this ladder. There's a ladder to the roof. There's an electrical room and our compressor room. And in the compressor room houses air for the station, for filling up tires and whatnot, and also our SCBA, our Scott packs, our breathing air for when we go into buildings. That compressor is in that room as well. So that's a nice piece of equipment that we have. So, and it's a bird's eye view of the apparatus bay. So across the way to your left, you'll see another mezzanine, but that's a mechanical mezzanine dedicated to the heating and cooling system. The fire bay with the maroon in the middle is dedicated for our ladder truck. The center bay is a fire engine. This closest bay can be an ambulance or a service car or an engine. The back bays will be a second alarm engine, and our fire alarm division will be based out of this station.
Why was it necessary to have a station in this location?
Okay, so we're here because North Acton is a significant distance from the Acton Center Station, So to reduce response times and better serve more equitably the people in this area, general area, we felt that it was necessary to build a station to have a presence in this section of town that didn't have one before. So these elephant trunks, as we call them, hanging from the apparatus floor or the ceiling, is for our vehicle exhaust system. So this attaches to the vehicle exhaust pipe, and then when the vehicle starts, there's a vacuum switch in here causing a fan to turn on and suck the exhaust out through this hose and outside. So the contaminants of the exhaust don't get built up in the station, makes it a healthier environment to live and work. So this particular system is called a Plymovent system. We have them in our other 3 stations. It works well to keep the odor and soot from the diesel engines out of the stations. So we have a quick custodial closet. Pretty basic custodial closet with the mops to keep the beautiful station clean. We have an SCBA room, which is our self-contained breathing apparatus. So in here we have a fill station to fill our bottles. The compressor is upstairs, so we call this a remote fill station. And keeps it safe and quiet for the guys, a work table to repair the packs, a sink to keep them clean, and in service and well kept for the guys to use. We call this a wall hydrant. This is a fitting to fill the tanks of the fire trucks. They're 750 gallons in our department, so this helps fill them rapidly if we use them. This is an EMS closet or room, which will house a lot of our EMS supplies, from backboards to oxygen bottles. Again, we have cabinet storage. We have a sink for cleanliness. We also have a secure room for helping house our medications, and some of our more expensive equipment can be stored in a swipe card access room. So a closet within a closet for safety and security of our expensive and / dangerous medications and equipment that we have. There is radiant floor heat in the slab, so this is one of the control stations that controls the flow of the radiant heat. We also have a nice workshop for maintaining department equipment. This could be sharpening and repairing chainsaws, could be sharpening axes, changing axe handles, fixing and repairing anything that may be necessary within the station. So just some toolboxes, some flammable storage cabinetry, a hose reel for air, and a general workbench. So this is just a general storage. One thing the fire departments, our other 3 stations are lacking is storage. So we made sure we put a storage room in here. This could be spare hose, pumps, generators, could be any number of items that we need to store. So we made sure we got a nice storage room built into the station. So let's head into our pretty sophisticated laundry room. And this is something we're very proud of, that we can keep our members' gear, our firefighting gear, in clean shape and ready to go, and keep us from getting exposed to all sorts of contaminants. So we have one of the only solo SCBA washing machines right here. No one in the area that I know of has a machine that can actually wash our air packs. So we're excited to get this installed. And Nick is here installing for us. Good morning, Nick. So we also have a heavy-duty extractor, commercial washer and dryers, and gear drying cabinet to the left. Pretty expensive room to keep our firefighters safe and clean. What made
you decide to get this particular brand?
So this equipment is really here because of the high cancer rate within the firefighting service world. So firefighters have a higher risk of cancer. A lot of that is contributed to the contaminants that they get on their gear. So we want to make sure we can wash their gear to eliminate that risk as much as we can.
Yeah, because I was talking to one of the Concord fire chief, and one of the equipment, some of the equipment or outfits have PFAS.
Yes.
So what are some of the remedies you have for your staff?
So well, clean, keeping them clean, but furthermore, we have a fairly aggressive replacement program to make sure that we are getting rid of those so they're not exposed. And we purchase the new turnout gear without the PSAFs in them. So we're aware of that and working diligently to remove that risk.
Awesome.
So we'll just finish up with the apparatus bay. We have a gear room which houses all this gear. So these are gear racks which hold the turnout gear. This room is a negative pressure room, so any of the contaminants that may be left on the gear is not off-gassing to the rest of the station. We have an eye wash station in case we get splashed with chemicals or bad stuff in your eyes. We also have an intercom system within the station in case you need some help. You can call for help. Public restroom. Some hose rack storage for our hose that's spare, so in case we burst hose, we can have a readily available hose. So let's head into the living quarters side of the structure. And as you walk by here, there's what we call our hydration system. So we have a refrigerator for water and an ice machine for ice. And we go through a lot of ice, not only for our firefighters for rehab, but for patient care as well. This is what we call our watch room or control room. This is kind of the heartbeat of this station. We have our fire alarm system in here that's tied into the red fire alarm boxes in the street. There'll be computer monitors, a radio, anything to communicate with the outside world. In our world, our dispatch center will be done through this room. Across the hall, we have a study, so where guys can finish fire or medical reports, or actually study for exams. And off of this room is the server room, the heartbeat of the station. We also have a cool water bubbler with the water bottle fill feature, which we're excited about. And our vestibule, which has our dedication plaque. So thank you to everyone involved for the creation of this wonderful station. The dedication plaque just got installed yesterday, so we're excited to see that. There's some security cameras in this area, so we can tell if somebody's here. There's communication features, so if a person is in trouble and they need some help, they can press some buttons and we'll be able to help them out. So we have a nice training room. Table for 12, which is, we have shifts of 10, so if we have a guest trainer, we should be able to train the entire group here. There will be a Zoom TV screen on the end. This hole in the wall here will be covered with a granite plaque or granite cover. That's where our time capsules will be. So there'll be 2 separate time capsules, one for the town and one specifically for the fire department. It's a 50-year time capsule, so that granite slab will get attached to the wall, and it'll say something like, please don't open until 50 years from now. So straight through is what we call the officer bunk room. And this is where the lieutenant will be housed, and we built a desk in here for him to be able to communicate with other stations or dispatch, conduct his reports, possibly conduct interviews with his firefighters. So this is kind of a bunk room, bedroom / office.
Will there be a bed?
There will be a bed. It's on back order, but we have others. So they're pretty fancy lockers. You'll see the ductwork above, so the lockers are all ventilated. They all have power for charging. They have some pretty nice storage. This is about 4 times the size of a locker that are in the other stations. So we really tried to make, living here comfortable. There's a special little lever for the drawer, so you have some decent space. So each member assigned to the station will have a locker. The hall contains other bunk rooms. Like I said, this station is set up for 6 personnel to work out of. So we have 1 double bunk, and the rest are singles. And we also have a laundry room. So we don't want our guys taking their uniforms home. So we put laundry in here so they can clean any contaminants that they may have during their shift off and not bring it home to their family.
So will staff be making their own meals?
So that's a great question. We have some wonderful cooks on the fire department that they enjoy cooking meals. They enjoy group type meals. So this is set up so they can have that. Pretty elaborate kitchen. There's 2 refrigerators. You know, we are a fully electric station or building, so we have an electric range, dishwasher, which we don't have in any other stations. This is a quartz countertop, which is supposed to be, you know, impervious to stuff, pretty rugged commercial countertop. So we're really excited to get moved in here and start using this and having, you know, our group dinners and our holiday meals here.
Will you have some form of entertainment? I know it's work, but you know.
So entertainment on the wall behind David will be a TV for the guys to relax. There'll be some recliners here, traditional of firehouse, where they need their downtime. So yes, we'll have not only group dining, but you know, group entertainment, movie night, or whatever they do. So we have a pantry cabinet for one of each group. So we work with 4 different shifts. So we made sure we had a cabinet for each shift to store, you know, dry goods or whatever they want as far as their dining experience goes. We're also very excited to introduce, for the first time in any of our stations, is a fitness room. We have equipment on order, like a treadmill, a bicycle, a rowing machine, an item called Jacob's Ladder, some free weights and whatnot. So fitness is very important, not only for our physical health, but our mental health, as our industry struggles with, you know, mental illness. We want to make sure that we give every opportunity to our members to, you know, stay healthy physically and mentally. So we're working hard on that. I'm really proud of this room and the work that the firefighters have put into obtaining equipment for this room. It's exciting. Down this hall houses the geothermal equipment and some electrical rooms, a storage closet. So we'll take a walk down there and back to the apparatus bay. Then I'll pretty much wrap up this quick tour. So this is our, you know, geothermal interface room. So there's a lot of equipment in here, and this is what makes the building hot or cold. So a lot of stuff, a lot of engineering, a lot of time and effort went into this structure to keep it energy efficient. So this is all the equipment that does that for us. This room is for our exposure suits. So if we have what we call ice rescue suits, they're fairly large, so it's hard to hang from the ceiling. So the engineers designed this this rod system where we can actually fold the suit in half, and it's basically like a big snowmobile suit. They can fold it over here. They can drip dry, air dry. We have a floor drain in here. So this is exciting that we actually have a space that's safe for these exposure suits to dry out properly. And we also have a electric pressure washer for washing the apparatus. Because of the tight tanks, we didn't want to be pouring a lot of water down the drain because we have to pump that back out. So this is an effort to reduce, you know, gallons per minute out of a hose and still get our apparatus clean in an environmentally friendly way. So Vivian, that's a quick tour of our brand new fire station. Again, I'd like to thank all the men and women of the Acton Fire Department, certainly the town, ActonTV, all the support of all the taxpayers. We really appreciate it. A lot of man hours went into this station. Special shout out to retired Chief, although passed away, Robert Craig, for all his effort that he put into the planning the station over the many years we've been working on this. So really a shout out to Chief Craig and all the people of the town of Acton. So thank you very much for the time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving us the tour. It's a beautiful place, and it's a beautiful service that you give to the town of Acton. We appreciate you and everyone at the fire department. And thank you. Look forward to the ribbon cutting ceremony and to actually seeing it in use.
Yes, we're excited.
Thank you so much, Chief Hart.
Thanks again.